Obaidullah Baheer is a lecturer of transitional justice at the American University of Afghanistan, and he joins us now from Kabul. Thank you very much for joining us on the programme, Mr. Baheer. Now, first of all, can you start by telling us what more you know about the reason for this latest attack?
Thank you for having me on. It's becoming more and more difficult to find reasons and make sense of these attacks. It's just violence for the sake of it. This does fit the profile of ISK attacks previously conducted, but remember that this is a Sunni madrasa, which on paper has nothing to do with the Taliban as well. So it's just completely a soft target, targeted for the senselessness of it. So it's just to try and get the message out there and show that they're here and that they're willing to do whatever they can to attain their goals.
And Mr. Baheer, Afghanistan has been rocked by dozens of blasts since the Taliban seized power last year. What is the Taliban doing to protect Afghans, to protect these communities?
The Taliban gave themselves the credit of bringing peace to Afghanistan. However, the reality was that they were the ones who were behind most of the fighting, and they had decided to stop fighting since they'd won. Now they're really being tested. Something that the Taliban need to realize is the suppression of media works against them as well. Even the numbers of the victims of the blast today, we had the local spokesperson of the Taliban state 15 casualties. The Interior Ministry quoted 10, and then the doctors are quoting up to 20 and above. So it's just this misinformation is problematic. This attitude of using the same playbook that NATO used for 20 years in Afghanistan, that rather than crushing the insurgency ended up strengthening them, is something the Taliban should be thinking about. They should also be thinking about how the initial 1 year, 2 year are the easiest parts, and it gets difficult after that. The international community needs to realize that they need to not repeat the mistakes of the 90s. They need to understand that if they keep on ignoring Afghanistan, it always has a way of getting back at them. There's always a global spillover to Afghanistan. It somehow is in a very bad neighborhood. It somehow becomes this house for global terrorism. And it hurts everyone. Beyond everything, it hurts Afghans. And no one is really talking about the Afghans that end up suffering, no matter who rules.
Mr. Baheer, thank you very much for that insight and for joining us on the programme.